Hi you guys, welcome back. So today we're going to learn preposition. Okay, so before moving ahead to the definition directly, let's look at a few examples and understand what preposition basically is. There is a cow in the field. There is a cow in the field. The first sentence. Second, he is fond of tea. He is fond of tea, right? And the third sentence is the cat jumped off the chair. The cat jumped off the chair. Now, in sentence 1, the word in shows the relation between two things, cow and field, correct? In sentence 2, the word of shows the relation between the attribute expressed by the adjective fond and tea, correct? And in sentence 3, the word of shows the relation between the action expressed by the verb jumped and the chair. So the words in, of are here used as prepositions. Technically, a preposition is a word placed before a noun or a pronoun to show in what relation the person or thing denoted by it stands in regard to something else. Or in simple words, the word preposition means that which is placed before. So if you notice in sentence 1, the preposition joins a noun to another noun. And in sentence 2, the preposition joins a noun to an adjective. And in sentence 3, the preposition joins a noun to a verb. Okay, so the noun or pronoun which is used with a preposition is called its object. It is in the accusative case and is said to be governed by the preposition. So in sentence 1, the noun field is in the accusative case governed by the preposition in. Right? So now let's read the exact definition of the very word preposition. A preposition is a word or group of words used before a noun, pronoun, or noun phrase to show direction, time, place, location, spatial relationships, or to introduce an object. Okay, some examples: in, at, on, off, and to. Right? Now, there are a few rules that we will learn about prepositions, okay? Starting with prepositions of direction. To refer to a direction, use the prepositions to, in, into, on, and onto. For example, she drove to the store. Don't ring the doorbell. Come right into the house. Drive onto the grass and park the car. Right? Now, prepositions with time. To refer to one point in time, use the prepositions in, at, and on. Remember, to refer to one point in time. Okay? Use in with parts of the day, not specific times, months, years, and seasons. Okay? Day, months, years, and seasons, not specific time. For example, he reads in the evening. The weather is cold in December. She was born in 1996. We rake leaves in the fall. Okay, then there is another situation. Use at with time of the day. At with time of the day. Here, we used in with parts of the day, months, years, and seasons. Here, we use at with the time of day. Okay. For example, I go to work at 8 o'clock. He eats lunch at noon. She often goes for a walk at night. They go to bed at midnight. Now, this is something that a lot of people make mistakes in, when to use at and in. Correct? So now you know prepositions of time, you use the word in when you're talking about the day, month, years, or seasons. And you use the word at when you speak about the specific time of the day. Okay. Now, use of on with days. I work on Saturdays. He does laundry on Wednesdays. Now you're sure about the word in, at, and on. Okay. Read a few more examples of in, at, on, and you shall be clear about it. But I guess this should be enough to at least remove your confusion as to when to use the word in, at, on in sentences. Correct? Moving on, to refer to extended times, use the preposition since, for, by, during, from, to, from, until, with, and within. For example, I have lived in Minneapolis since 2005. I moved there in 2005, I still live there, okay? He will be in Toronto for 3 weeks. She will finish her homework by 6 o'clock. He works part-time during the summer. I will collect data from January to June. They are in school from August until May. She will graduate within 2 years. Okay? Now, prepositions of place. Okay? To refer to a place, use the prepositions in, at, on, and inside. In, when the point itself, at the general vicinity, on the surface, inside something contained. Okay? They will meet in the lunch break. She was waiting at the corner. He left his phone on the bed. Place the pen inside the drawer. Now, you know when and how to use the word inside because it's not complicated. You know how to use the word on because it's always on the surface, talking about something that is on the surface. Okay, but people get confused with the words in and at. I have just given here 2 examples. The only way you'll get to know exactly how to use the word in and at is only when you read more. So I want you to read more sentences with prepositions of place, especially in and at. Okay, to be very thorough with it. Because yes, the word in and at will confuse you in the future. Okay, and not only will it improve your grammar, but will also help you speak in your day-to-day life, because we use these 2 words pretty much every day if you have a conversation in English every day. Okay, moving on, to refer to an object higher than a point, use the prepositions over and above. To refer to an object lower than a point, use the prepositions below, beneath, under, and underneath. Okay, for example, the bird flew over the house. The plates were on the shelf above the cups. Basements are dug below ground. There is hardwood beneath the carpet. The squirrel hid the nuts under a pile of leaves. The cat is hiding underneath the box. Now, I will tell you one thing. The word beneath and underneath are the words that we do not use on a daily basis, but the meaning of this word is very clear to each and every individual. Correct? One thing, matter of fact, is the word beneath and underneath looks so beautiful and enhances your English conversation to so much of an extent that you actually look like a intellectual speaking these words. Even if you're not perfect at English, using such words, such beautiful words, kind of enhances your sentences. Okay, so from now on, use beneath instead of below, and use underneath instead of under. But for that, you have to know how to use these words and where to put it. Obviously, I'm gonna teach you the errors made in sentences, but again, until and unless you don't read more and more sentences or stories or English in short, you won't understand. Correct? So I would want you to do another thing. Use sentences, read sentences which contains the word beneath and underneath, so that you get thorough with it as to when to speak those words and when not to. Because yes, there are some sentences where in which the word beneath and underneath doesn't go with. Right? Now, to refer to an object close to a point, use the prepositions by, near, next to, between, among, and opposite. there is a synonym of the word among called amidst. I should probably write it in capital. Amidst. Literal synonym of the word among, okay? Just thought of telling you. Now, for example, the gas station is by the grocery store. The park is near her house. Park your bike next to the garage. There is a deer between the two trees. There is a purple flower among the weeds. The garage is opposite the house. Okay? Now, prepositions of location. To refer to a location, use the prepositions in, at, and on. Again, in, for example, an area or volume, at, a point, and on, again, a surface. Now, focus on in and at. In used when an area, you're talking about an area or volume, and you use the word at when you talk about a point, a specific point, right? Because I myself still get confused with the words in and at, which is why I'm putting more emphasis on the two of them. Okay, now for example, they live in the country. Now country is not a specific point, it's an area, correct? So we use the word in. Then we have she will find him at the library. Now library is the exact position that the person gave, so that's the exact point. When someone refers to the exact point, we use the word at. And then there is a lot of dirt on the window. I don't think there's much problem with the word on. Okay, now last but not the least, prepositions of spatial relationships. To refer to spatial relationship, use the prepositions above, across, against, ahead of, along, among, around, behind, below, beneath, beside, between, from, in front of, inside, near, off, out of, through, toward, under, and within. Okay, for example, the post office is across the street from the grocery store. We will stop at many attractions along the way. The kids are hiding behind the tree. His shirt is off. Walk toward the garage and then turn left. Place a check mark within the box. Now, of course, I was unable to give you examples of all these words, but I'll be glad if you comment down below all the sentences using these words. Okay, so this was basically all. I would want you all to check again prepositions of spatial relationships with time and all of that I just taught, and go through it over and over again, but specifically go through these words that I just told you. For example, in, at. Okay, again I told you the word beneath and underneath, right? So go through these words over and over again to make it more attractive, right? So this is basically all for today's class. We'll meet tomorrow. Till then, stay safe, stay home. Bye bye.